Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Sandra. My channel is called Sussex Sandra and welcome. How are we all doing? Are we all doing all right? Yeah? You sure? Alright, that's good. I like to hear that. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep that mood up. Keep your health well. Eat well. Drink well. Well, don't drink too much, but you know, drink well. Do a bit of exercise. Just keep everything going all nicely. Yeah? Alright. Okay, so it is a Saturday afternoon. I've had a fairly busy day and I've just had a bit of time now just to sit down and do a few things. I have got 2 boxes I need to unbox, so my UK Beauty Box subscriptions, and I also received a parcel that I totally forgot that I ordered. So this product was something that I have been fascinated in for quite a while. It's the Cushion Foundation from Tir Tir. I first heard about it, I'm trying to remember when it was now, several months ago, earlier on this year, maybe about spring maybe, from Tati Westbrook. So you know, she's that big YouTuber, beauty YouTuber, one of the OG YouTubers. She sort of did this foundation review of this Cushion foundation. It looked absolutely wonderful, but one of the things that sort of did make me laugh and also frustrated me at the same time was the fact that she said it's going to, I think she said it has an extensive shade range of 30 shades. I think she said something like 30 shades. So this is, again, don't forget, this is back in spring. And you know, obviously when Tati promotes something, everybody gets online and they order it straight away. I really liked how it looked at it. The foundation looked on her skin. Her skin's very different from mine. She's got a typical sort of drier skin, you know, which is what's more normal for an older woman. And even though I'm an older woman, or much older woman, I've got very, very oily skin. But at the same time, I still liked how the foundation looked, and I thought, well, it looks like it's something that I could probably wear for a short while and it will look good, and then, but not something for like a full day at work sort of thing, something for a short period of time. And I really wanted it. So when I had a look online to see, right, okay, what's this foundation, where can I get it from? Number one, it wasn't available here in the UK, surprise surprise, but that's not normally a barrier for me. But then when I looked at the shade range, there were 9 shades. Okay, not quite the 30 that she said, but it was 9 shades of beige. It literally was 9 shades of beige. It was like slight differences in between each colour of cream, but it was just all steadfast cream. But I think what made me most annoyed about it is that one of the shades was called Mocha. And when I say the colour was, I'm trying to think if there's anything here that I've got which could even... Oh, I've got some Christmas, so I'm getting ready for Christmas already. I've got some wrapping paper here. It was lighter than this colour here. Can you see that? Yeah, wasn't impressed. So I was like, right, okay, that's something else not available to me. And I kind of got annoyed because Tati does that. She'll say, oh, something's got a really great shade range, da 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 da. And then when you look, it's like, no, it's a great shade if you're white, but not a great shade for anybody who's darker than white or even darker than tan. I was like, okay, just another one of those products not available to me or to anybody else in sort of my skin tone. Then I saw another YouTuber. She does a lot of shorts, called Darcy. She's a very, very sweet girl. I think she has a boyfriend or a close person or a very close friend who lives in Korea, who she goes out and visits. So she does tries a lot of Korean beauty. But she's American, but she does try a lot of Korean beauty. And what she does on, particularly on TikTok, she tries a lot of beauty trends and she does looks, especially sort of like very trendy looks that are going on in Korea right now. And she just sort of applies it to herself. I should say Darcy's a black girl. She's probably in her 20s, I would say she's in her 20s. Very sweet, lovely. Personality comes across as very lovely. So her name's Darcy. So I'm not sure how she got to hear about it, but I think the company called Tir Tir, they reached out to her and say, look, yeah, we've got this great foundation we want you to try, because she's always trying foundations and all these different things. And we've got something that will be suitable for you. You need to have a look at this TikTok. If I can put a little clip of it on my video, I will, but I may not be able to, because I don't want to get struck and copyrighted and all that sort of thing. But if I can, I will. I might just do a little clip, a little still, just to show you the effects. So then she put on the deepest shade, which I think was Mocha. Basically, it was just basically putting white foundation on her face, and she was like, yeah, very funny. The difference is, so this is the difference between this company, Tir Tir, and other companies that say, oh, we haven't got the money to produce a far-reaching shade range. No, they gave the standard excuses like, okay, our market, people in our country, majority of the people who are our customers, this is their shade range. But we do want to reach out to international. We want to, so we want to produce more shades. So they, I think, I'm trying to remember if I've got this right. So I think they tried again and they did a couple more shades and the shades still weren't right and they sent it to her. So I think that's how it went. Or I might be mixing up with Gloria. But what they did do is they invited her out to Korea. So great, she went over to Korea. They did a skin match. They had all this technology and they skin matching everything, and then they showed her how they are trying to improve the shade range. So they showed her all the different shade ranges they're coming up with. They're expanding it, and they made a shade range that fit her perfectly. And when I say this shade fit her perfectly, it was her skin shade. It was her skin shade. There was no slight difference, like a little bit of a different undertone. It was her skin shade. It was perfect, absolutely perfect. So that was her. And then I think at this point they'd got to something like 25 shades. So they were improving. So they had her shade and maybe sort of 2 deeper shades at this point. Then they expanded it to about 30 shades. So I think they had about, I don't even want to say, I think they still had 2 shades, but there were still some big jumps in between some of the shades. But they were expanding the shades, so they had sort of lots of shades now in the really light, fair, medium, tan. They were going into the dark, and they were expanding into the dark because they didn't have any dark, deep shades at all. So the extra shades were coming in the dark and deep, but they were expanding the shades and the undertones in all of the brackets. So the fair, light, medium, tan, dark and deep, which was like great. And they were saying, we are coming out with more shades. So then, I'd say a couple months ago now, maybe 2-3 months ago, they introduced sort of 4 shades in the darker range. So that's when I sort of said, okay, I'm kind of interested in that, but I think I just forgot and I didn't buy. So in September, I was like, oh yeah, I can't remember who I was watching. I was watching somebody and they put the foundation on. I said, oh yeah, I want to get that. Let me see if it's available now. And there's a couple of companies now in the UK that will import the products for you from Korea to the UK, and they're not charging ridiculous prices. Because one of the things about this foundation, which is what Tati was doing on that day when she did her video, she was doing affordable, very sort of affordable products. And I don't know how much this product costs in the States, but I think it was under $10. And in the UK, it was selling it for £15.80, which to me is a good price. It's a really good price for a foundation, because most foundations these days are £30 plus, sort of the most sort of decent ones, apart from the ones you get in Superdrug and Boots. But most foundations now, £30 to £40. I know. So I had a look online. So I looked at the shades they had, and I decided to go for, the 2 darkest shades. So this was in the middle of September. It was around the 20th, 21st when I ordered it. It arrived yesterday, so Friday the 4th of October. Parcel came. I've removed the outer packaging and I've got them here. So I am going to open it. And what was really good, they were sort of like tracking it all along. I was getting regular emails about where it is, what point it's at customs, it's clearing customers, it's been dispatched from customs. No, I was getting regular emails all the way. It's like, all right, just let me know when it's coming. That's all I want to know. So I'm just going to open this because this is noisy. Right, here we are. So these are the 2 packages. So I believe I got them in the two darkest shades. So one shade is 47N, which they're calling Ebony. That looks like it could be my shade if it's anything like that colour there. And then this shade is called 45N. That also looks like it could be my shade. So both shades look credible. So really, let's put it like that. So let's see how we get on with those. And then, as I said, I think there is, I think after 47N, it jumps to something like 55. And I think there's like 2 shades in the 55. So that's like the deep shades. So this is what I'd call dark deep shade range. And then there's the deep shade range. Oh, they even gave my little receipt. Oh, that's cool. They've included the little receipt. Oh, how sweet of them to do that. Oh, that's really cool. You don't normally get that in a delivery. So I'm going to try both of them. I've already put on primer. I did put it on some time ago. So I did a mixture of 2 primers. Well, I say about an hour ago. I know, it's terrible. So I've got 2 primers on. So I've got a mixture of the Ofra silicone primer. And I've got a mixture of this Douglas Prime and Matte one, which I got from Monique. Which is Dutch Monique. She sent me this some time back, and I really like it. It's just really difficult to come out of the tube. The dispenser is not great in that, but it's a really nice primer. So I've put those on about an hour ago. My face is already starting to get oily, but it does work for a little while. And I'm going to try both of these on. I'm looking forward to it. So let's start with the lighter one first and see what it's like. As I said, it's taken what, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to get here. Straight from Korea, no customs. It was just the prices I paid. So what's that? £31.60. Oh, look at that as a packaging. Come on now, that is what you call packaging. It does look gorgeous, doesn't it? It looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. Okay, then I'm gonna open it up. So that's what it looks like. So then you've got the mirror there as well. Has the mirror got a protective thing on it? Because the colour looks very, the mirror looks very cheap, so kind of blurry. But it's not an expensive product, so I'm not going to complain about the mirror. So I've just removed the sponge, and then I'm going to, whoops. How do I? Alright, here we go. This is me being stupid. How do I open it? How do I open it?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Wait a minute. Oh. Sorry, I'm a bit stupid. So it's got the protective seal there. So I am going to... Right, so that's all in Korean. So I have no idea what that says. But I'm going to assume that it says... Because it's got the little arrow thing there. I'm going to assume it says lift and peel that way. Oh. Wait a minute. I'm trying to do this so you can see. Oh, okay. So you... And there we go. Okay. And that's what it looks like. I'm going to try this colour first. So this is the colour 45N. Is that what one I picked up? Yeah, this is the 45N Saddle Brown. I think this colour could literally just be my colour. And then this is the sponge. It's a very flat sponge. Made for little fingers, which I haven't got. I'm a big girl. Probably a lot bigger than the average Korean customer. Okay, so a couple of dabs like that, and then I'm going to just try it on this side. I wonder if I should put my ring lights on. It's still early evening. It's about 4. Oh, it's 4:28 now, but I know the lighting is not so bright. But I'm going to try it with... Oh, that's looking good, isn't it? Let me bring you in closer. That's looking kind of cool. It's looking kind of sexy. Oh yeah, baby. Sorry, this is me being silly. It's actually quite full coverage. I didn't expect it to be so full coverage. So if you do get hold of this, don't do what I just did and like several dabs in the sponge. This is giving me a lot of coverage already. So I tend not to wear a lot of makeup on at the weekend because I just want to give my face a break. So weekends for me is all skincare and hair care. Right, so that's one half of my face. Have I done that? Okay, I know the other day when I was put on a foundation, I didn't apply it very well and there was like a great big patch down there. So let me make sure I'm dabbing this in. Oh, my fingers are getting tired. I've got arthritic fingers, right? So my fingers will get tired of any form of repetition. Right, that is how that looks. 45N. I think that looks rather nice personally. Have I applied it well enough? It could be a little bit light because anything that makes my lips look sort of darker than normal, I don't know. I am going to do the other side with the other shade, but I like the finish. It seems to be drying down to almost like a natural finish with a kind of healthy glow. So that's how it's looking at the moment. So that's 45N. I'm going to try the 47N, which they're calling Ebony. Let's see how that looks. If you're wondering about sort of skin shades, so I'm just trying to think, in the Naked Skin, for example, Naked Skin Urban Decay, I am shade 80N. In the Urban Decay Face Bonds, I'm 33DN, which is a good match for me. I'll show you some of my other foundations behind to see what ones, so you get an idea of what shade I am. So this is the 47N. Right, to do the same opening process, so you lift and then you turn and it all comes off nice and clean. This shade might be a little bit dark. Okay, I don't know. Right, I'll do one good. I've probably put too much on again. Right, how's this looking? Okay, this is not a bad colour either. And what I'm appreciating is the neutral undertone. Because sometimes some companies say neutral undertone and then you put it on, it's like, it's red or orange, Oompa Loompa. But this, actually I think this 47N is more my colour. I think this is more my colour. Ooh, it's very close, but I think I'm one of those very, very fortunate people who can go between these two shades, 45N and 47N. I don't know about you, but I think you can see it's just a little bit darker on that side. I mean, I could get away with both sides, but I'm kind of going towards the darker side at the moment. It's interesting because I know when I was younger, I mean, even sort of 10 years ago younger, this shade might have been too dark for me. So I've definitely been getting darker as I've got older, which is very strange. It's a very strange phenomenon. Because even my sister, because my sister's always been sort of like 2-3 shades darker than me. I've noticed that I'm near enough the same shade as her now, which is like, so my shade has definitely changed as I've got older. I like that. I like this darker shade. I'm just going to show the two so we can see what the difference is. Right, so this is the 45N and this is the 47N. So there, 45N, 47N. Yeah. So it's literally like a shade and a bit in between. But the fact that I can wear both, they're both a good proper neutral undertone. They both look good. I am impressed. But what do you guys think? I'm impressed. I'm going to leave both of them on because I'm weird like that. I think what I'm going to do is just do this side with a little bit of the 47N. Then I'll just finish up, put some face powder on, and I'll do my brows. And then I'll go ahead and do my unboxing. So, or my unboxings I should say in plural. But I like how this looks. I really want to know what the wear test is like. I'm tempted to wear these on Monday to see how it manages. But I've got a few hours still of the day, so I'll get a good idea of how it will work. And I'm going to be doing a quick Thai green curry for dinner because that won't take long. So there'll be a bit of steam, so I'll be able to assess how it performs. But I like how, I love the finish. I love the natural glow finish. I'm really, really, really very impressed with this. I could see me wearing a mixture of the two colours together because I think I'll get an even perfect balance then. Colour match is wonderful. I just going down my neck, you can see. Yeah, that's my neck. I should bring you out so you can see better. That's a good colour. I'm impressed. Okay, go Korea. Go Korea. £15.80, and the company I used was called yesstyle.com. Yesstyle.com, so you can look that up. I'll try and remember to print it down here on the screen so you can see. But I love how this looks. Isn't it though? Isn't it? Let me know what you think, and if you're going to sort of try this out, let me know, because I'm dying to know if you found a good match for you, especially if you have difficulty in finding a shade for you. So like if you're really, really fair and you have problems in finding shades with the right undertone for you, give this one a go. And again, for us for the darker, deeper skin tones, I'm not sure how many shades there are available now because I haven't gone back and checked since September, because they were just adding more and more colours on. I'm interested to see if they've got any more shades. But you know what, I love how this looks. I like how it looks on the camera, and I'm liking how it looks in the mirror here. I am really, really impressed. But yeah, tell me what you think down below. Alright, I'll take a couple of pictures with my finished face, but don't expect a full face of makeup because, you know, girl, it's a Saturday, I ain't doing that. But I'll have a bit more makeup on and you'll get an idea of how it looks overall. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Alright, bye.